Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Fix Your English, your place to improve your English every single day. This is part two of the story, so if you haven't watched part one yet, go back and watch it first. Now, let's continue. I stood there for a moment, trying to calm myself down. Relax, Daniel, I whispered. You're just tired. But something inside me felt uneasy. I decided to keep moving. Standing still in the dark was even worse, so I started walking down the second street. This street was even quieter. The air felt cold and heavy. I could hear the wind moving between the buildings. It sounded almost like someone whispering. I pulled my jacket tighter around me. Then I noticed something strange. There was a light. A small, weak light in the distance. It looked like it was coming from a house. Finally, I thought, someone is there. Maybe I can ask for help. Maybe I can use their phone. I walked toward the light slowly. As I got closer, I could see the house clearly. It was old, very old. The paint on the walls was broken. The windows were dusty. The door looked like it had not been open for years. But the light inside was real. I could see it through the window. I stopped in front of the gate. Should I go in or should I leave? My mind was full of questions, but I had no other choice. I pushed the gate. Creak! The sound was loud in the silent night. I walked slowly to the front door. Each step felt heavier than the last. My heart was beating so fast now. I raised my hand and knocked. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Knock, knock, knock. No answer. I waited. 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Nothing. I was about to leave. Then suddenly, the door opened. Slowly. Very slowly. Creak! I stepped back in surprise. A man stood in the doorway. He was old. His face was pale. His eyes looked tired, but he was smiling. "Good evening," he said softly. His voice was calm, but something about it made me uncomfortable. "Good evening," I replied. "Can I help you?" he asked. I hesitated for a moment. "My phone has no signal," I said. "Can I use yours?" The man looked at me for a few seconds. It felt like a long time. Then he smiled again. "Of course," he said. "Come inside." I didn't want to go in. Every part of me said no. But I was cold, I was tired, and I needed help. So I stepped inside. The door closed behind me. Click. That sound, it made my heart sink. The inside of the house was dimly lit. There was a small lamp in the corner. The smell, old, like dust and something I could not recognize. "Sit down," he said. He pointed to a chair. I sat down slowly. My eyes moved around the room. There were old pictures on the walls. Very old. Black and white photos. People I didn't know. All of them were serious. None of them were smiling. "Here is the phone," he said. He handed me an old mobile phone. My hands were shaking as I took it. "Thank you," I said quietly. I tried to turn it on, but the screen was black. It didn't work. I think it's broken," I said. The man did not answer. I looked up. He was staring at me, without blinking, without moving, just staring. My heart started racing again. "Is everything okay?" I asked. He slowly smiled. "Stay," he said. Just one word. Stay. That word made my blood run cold. I stood up immediately. "I think I should go," I said quickly. I walked toward the door, but when I tried to open it, it didn't move. It was locked. I turned around. The man was still standing there, still smiling, still watching me. "You can't leave yet," he said. My body froze. "What do you mean?" I asked quickly. My voice was shaking now. He took one slow step forward, then another. The room suddenly felt smaller. The air felt heavier. I realized something terrible. I was not safe. Not at all.